Hey guys, this is James with the Rambling Dasher, and we are out on a Friday because we skipped Thursday and we're going for a little while on today. We're going to make it a short night today to go to about 7:30, and the goal is to get $50 today. And I've already got my first order, so stick around and see if we can hit that $50 mark on a Friday. And then we'll be back at it tomorrow from like 11 to 3 or so to hit the other $50 that we need to get our 300 plus this week. So yeah, I hope you stick around. Just we do a ride along, and I'm a rambling dasher. That's all there is to it. So that's how we came up with the name. And yeah, now I've got a delivery update that says it doesn't look like we're heading the direction we're supposed to go. So the first order, let's see, I think it is hot, I promise you that. We're in central Arkansas in the Benton Bryant area, so we're going out. One thing about our area is we got a lot of dashers from other parts of this, like from Little Rock, that come down here. I met a guy that drives all the way from South Arkansas. He says it takes him about an hour and a half to get here in the morning. He dashes all day and then he drives home in the evening time. And I'm like, oh man, more power to that dude, because he's got a long drive to do a bunch of driving, right? But hopefully he's making enough money to support himself and his family or whatever. He told me he drops his granddaughter off at school, I guess, or daycare or something before he comes up this way. So yeah, anyway, so just a little heads up of where we are. So yeah, I've already accepted this order. It's $8.75, and I'm gonna jump back over to the home screen and just kind of tell you where I'm at this week on earnings. So far I've done $207.90 for in 10 hours and 53 minutes, so 11 hours. Not quite $20 an hour, but I would say I've got $20 an hour because I've gotten some good tips this week, which I can't remember all the tips. So but I'm sitting at $207.90 just in DoorDash pay with DoorDash, or the tips within the app anyway. So our goal is to hit $300 in 3 days, but this week I kind of I just was like, nope, I'm gonna spend time at home. Last night we watched a couple of Mission Impossible movies and fixed dinner and all that fun stuff. So tonight I'm gonna go out for a little while, then we go home and eat some dinner and probably watch number 3. And then Saturday I'll go out again for the lunch crowd. And the last time I worked Saturdays, we got about, what do we get? We got, I'm trying to think now where I'm even going. So, return to Dash, Papa John. So yeah. I don't know what all these people are doing out here. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I was gonna check. They've changed this app up, and I can't maneuver around in here very good anymore, especially with sunglasses on. I can't see what it says. So one thing I try to do every day is go over earnings and my ratings for the week. So I'm platinum. I work hard to try to keep platinum, and a few episodes, I think they're probably out by now, is that we went through a whole process of getting our platinum back after missing a month out of town. So yeah, it was not an easy task. It took me 11 dashes, which took me about 2.5 weeks. So right now I'm at an acceptance rate of 81, completion rate of 100, an on-time rate of 80, customer rating 5.0, 165 deliveries in the last 30 days, and 28.25 on lifetime delivery. So I'm gonna run and grab this order real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, Papa John's at early in the shift, good. Papa John's later, no, bad. I will say I do like chatting with the guys that work in there for the most part. So this guy was like, LOL, thanks man, because I sent him a little meme. So the other day I got this one customer and he's like, he met me, it was a handed to me delivery, and he goes, dude, here's an extra $5 because you got what'd he say? He said dang it, now I forgot what the heck he said. He said, oh, I got mad meme skills or something like that. So I'm like, all right, I'll take it. I mean, that's why I send the memes out, is to get extra tips. So it reinforces what I'm doing, and makes me feel good about it, and the fact that it's not just a total waste of my time. And it doesn't take a whole lot of extra time to communicate with the customer and let them know, hey, I've got an order headed your way, and then drop a meme in there. Now granted, I have all my stuff all organized because I do this every single day. Not every day, but I do it enough to where, and I hate not having a system. So I've developed a little system. I don't know how Apple phones work, but Android allows me to hold the button down or to push a clipboard, and you can go to the clipboard, and I've got three pinned clipboard statements in there. One that says basically where in the beginning, when I first get to a restaurant, I send a message that says, hey, customer name, exclamation, and then type in the name of the restaurant, and that's all I type. Hey Johnny, exclamation, Papa John's, space, clipboard, and hit my third one, or the first one, whichever way you want to look at it. It's the far one on the far right, and it says Papa, I typed in Papa John's, is working on your order. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to make your experience better. Sounds cheesy, but people like it, right? And then I hit the picture button, and I've got a folder, so it uses Google, whatever it's called, Google Photos. I've got a little bucket where I've stored some DoorDash memes in there. And so I've got different ones, whatever I feel like. Sometimes it's like if I'm waiting at the restaurant, I'll send them, if it's male or female. I have a friends one for the females, and I have an office one for men. And then when I got the order ready in the car and headed that way, then I've got a whole different list of them for that as well. So the one I sent today is actually the one where I stole the idea to do this channel. My channel logo is Johnny Depp carrying a DoorDash bag, and he's being chased by the cannibals. So anyway, it's just funny kind of stuff, and so that's the one I sent this guy, that he was like LOL and whatever else he said, I don't know. But and here's one thing I can tell you, is that if you get responses from people like that, then the chances of you getting an additional tip are higher, I think, anyway. So I haven't ever run the numbers or put it in a freaking spreadsheet or anything. Maybe I should start doing that kind of stuff, but that would take more work, and I think I have systems down for all this other stuff, but I don't have systems down for recording whether someone responded to a message saying I'm on their way, and that kind of stuff. So, and then whether or not they gave an extra tip or not. So, Now, I did see somebody one time on Facebook that was tracking that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, I don't have time for all that. I would have to keep a running log of all the orders, and if they gave a tip or not, and if they responded to a message or not. So, yeah. But I feel just in the back of my mind, I feel like the people who actually type take the time to reply, and if it's funny, then there's better chances that they will give you an additional tip. Now, not always, but I just feel like it enhances your chances. And it at least makes me feel better knowing that I did everything I could to, one, get them communicated to, number two, make sure their food is in a warming thing, and three, get it to them in a reasonable amount of time. So if I can do all of those three things, then it doesn't guarantee me, and I'm not expecting it, but I know that if I can do those three things, then the likelihood you've increased your chances of getting additional tips. Anyway, now a lot of times you do it for nothing, so even if you get 20% of the time, then internally I feel like I've done my part, right? And I've gone over, above, and beyond what they've already said that they would pay, right? So then if they do tip, then yeah, I'm glad for that. Oh, this is a four-way stop, not a green light. I don't know what this dude is sitting there waiting for. He's just sitting there at that stop sign with his blinker on and not moving, and there's been 3 cars go by, and he's just, what are you doing? I don't know what he's doing. Oh, they got their hazard lights on, not their turn signal. So we still got 4 more minutes here, 1.4 miles. So this one is a little bit out, and it'll take a little bit to get back. I wasn't even paying attention as far as how long it took to get to where we're going, but we still got 3 more minutes. I almost bet this is one of these places that I deliver to quite often over this direction. They're like, dude, get some new memes already. So I was feeling pretty good about this week already, and then I don't know, I was tired on Thursday, and then everybody wanted me to stay home. So this is a struggle that I go with just personally, is that I struggle with people wanting me to be at home when I also have a need to make sure that I have made all the money that I need to for that week. So that can be a frustrating time whenever I know that you're just pulled in 2 different directions, and then on top of that you have to, you have to figure it out, and sometimes you feel like, hey, I'm dropping the ball in this area, or I'm dropping the ball in that area, and it's something that I struggle with. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, figure it out. You try to balance everything out, make sure that you're paying your bills, make sure you're doing everything you need to do, and then you know, and then sometimes you still feel like you've dropped the ball because you're doing things to do the things you're supposed to do, but then there's just not enough time in the day, not enough days in the week, not enough weeks in the month. But anyway, we get out there and we do the best we can. I don't know, did I miss a turn or no? I had a little park over here. Looks kind of overgrown. I may have been to this place once before. There's not, I don't even know where this is, to tell you the truth. I don't know if it's going up a road or there's a driveway. I don't know. I bet it's this place on this corner. It's saying go up this road here and then, but I don't know which house it is. Alright. I know. Okay, it looks like this dude is looking for me, so. Justin? Yes, sir. It's hard to tell which one you're at.
Looked like it had to go in a weird way, and then you started different.
Well, and then I probably wasn't paying attention. That's probably what happened. So you get delivering enough and you think, oh, I've been to this place before, and you start going to the place you've been to before, yeah. And then you realize, oh, that's not it.
Yeah.
All right, dude, enjoy. So I can just go out right here, right? All right, cool. Thank you. And I just realized that I've been playing music the whole time, so I'm probably going to get copyright violated on this portion of the video, but guess what? I'm not monetized, so I don't really care. I marked this as delivered, confirm, and we're at $8.75, and that was a $3.75 with a $5 tip. Continue. Now, how do I get back from here? Because this device needs to cool down. Really? Alright. I got the AC blowing on the back of these phones, so who knows what is going on with that. Alright. I don't know what he's just saying. Was there not a receipt? So he's asking if there's, he says, was there not a receipt? And I said, just whatever they printed on the side of the box. Papa John's doesn't typically give the drivers a receipt. But maybe they do. It seems like I got a receipt from Papa John's the other day. But I don't always get receipts from them. Yes, sir, thank you. So I said, is everything okay? He said, yes, sir, thank you. So I don't know. He didn't act like he was going to give me an extra tip. But maybe. I mean, he already added $5, which is nice, so I appreciate it. Okay, so headed back to town. We are 30 minutes in and we're at 875. So what I discovered the other day is that we need $8 orders, 2 an hour, because it seems like we can only get 2 orders delivered in an hour. They need to be $8 and one of them needs to have an extra tip in the end. So that one didn't do an extra tip, so the next one needs to do an extra tip. That puts me at $21 for the hour. Preferably they do a $5 cash tip. That way DoorDash doesn't know, because one of my conspiracy theories is that if you've done a consistent $20 an hour for like 3 hours, then you will get a slowdown. And I just think DoorDash is going to say, hey, this guy's making $20 an hour and somebody else is only making 10. Let's increase that dude's deliveries for the day. And then start giving me crap orders. Now, I don't know if that's the way it works. And I have been on the other side of it where I'm like, these are crap orders for like 3-4 hours. And then all of a sudden, in the last 2 hours, I will get boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, I don't want to stop. But I usually stop around 10:30. So yeah, it just, it's interesting in that way anyway. Alright. So, just a heads up. Not this Gatorade bottle, but I do have affiliate links in the description. Oh, and now the police are here. And I'm like, maybe this thing is really fuzzy because of this, there's 2 police out there. There we go, the autofocus is back. I don't know, do they have these? They don't have them in handcuffs. But there's 2 police officers and this car is still here. So I don't know what the deal is. Either it won't push or whatever. Come on. Alright people, I'm not going to sit there and wait on y'all. So anyway, so back to my story is in the description down below, we have a series of affiliate links. One of them says the DoorDash store. So I get some drink flavoring that has the energy booster in it, and it's in my drink today. So it's in the store along with another water bottle that I have that's just straight water, along with a newer version of this mic and the receiver, the phone charger that I use for the phone that I DoorDash with. It's a it has the, I don't know what you call it, just the wireless charging. So you set your phone in it, and when you put your phone down in it, it collapses around your phone automatically, and then you just push a button and it releases it. So I really like that aspect, because before I had one that the only way I could charge it is I had to get the cord and plug it into the phone every single time. So now I'm just in and out without having to remember to plug my phone in. So check out that link down below, and plenty of other links in there. We probably won't talk about all those things, but we just put them in there because if you need anything, then you can help us out, right? Much appreciated if you did. Another quick little thing, that if you are watching this still, right, I greatly appreciate it. But if you watch it till the very end, it helps out with YouTube. YouTube has a deal where they will cut you off, and I think I just got to order $5.25 for 6.3 miles at different dough. I gotta get some freaking gas. I think I'm gonna decline that because it is too far away. So even though it's $5.25 and it drops me to 80%, it's too far away, and I gotta get gas. So I just realized that my gas light was on, and I don't want to have a late delivery and get a crappy order. It's not that bad, but it's only, and here's another $2 order for 3 miles. So DoorDash, you're gonna be the death of me. I tell you what, I am going to figure out how to pause the orders until I get gas, because they're gonna nickel and dime me with garbage, and then mark me as being late because I'm not going to the place. So anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna run in here and get some gas, and we'll be right back. All right, so also what is in there is a link to an app called Upside, I think is what this app is called. I always forget, but yeah, it's called, well, let's see, yeah, Upside. So there's a link in there, and if you click that link, I can't remember, you get either 25 35 cents a gallon off your gas if you go to one of the gas stations in there. And there's, at least there's a lot where I live, and I always go to Circle K, and so every little bit helps when you're trying to save money. So that's one thing that I recommend, and I try to do it every time I get gas. Is just go hit that button and put on there that yeah, claim this offer, and I usually get 10 cents a gallon off, but I also get 5 cents a gallon because it's through the store, so they balance it out and you get 5 cents off or whatever. Now every once in a while you get specials in there, so but it also has links to getting discounts at restaurants as well, which I've never done that. I usually just get the gas because I always forget about the restaurants. But anyway, but yeah, I do everything I can to save a little bit of money. Basically, I just let that save up. I've been using Upside for a while, and I think I'm almost at $100 in savings, and the way it works is they just build up money in your little account there, and you can have them send it to you whenever you want, or they'll send you gift cards, probably electronic gift cards, but I always just have them deposit the money right in my account. So yeah, it's kind of nice in that regard, just to get a little bump every once in a while. So I need to have him send that money over again. It's back up over $20-something again, so I usually let it get to 20 and then send it to myself. Oh, I was gonna say, and I'm fixing to eat a Cliff Bar. So right here, white chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bars. I get them from Amazon as well. They're in a little link down below that says the Rambling Dasher Store Amazon. So if you check that out, then greatly appreciated. See what other kind of stuff I have in there. I think there's like some different kind of nuts that I get, because I eat cashews, almonds, and pistachios that I get from Amazon. So yeah, I get them there because they're cheaper than getting them anywhere else. And but I have Prime, so it delivers cheap. I set them up on a subscription, so they just come and you get 5 or 15% off every item that you set up and you subscribe to that, or set up a subscription on it. So in addition to it possibly being cheaper than Walmart to start with, then you also get another discount on top of that. So all right, I'm gonna not let you watch me eat this. I'm gonna just kind of drive through town and see what our next order is gonna be. So we'll catch you on the other side. All right, guys, we are off again. I think where I last left off was I was eating, so I just picked right back up. I got a little $8 and something order at the same place, Papa John's, and this time they did not have it ready. So I waited for about 15 minutes and got the order and got it all packed up, and now we're headed out the door. So shout out to a kid that I just met. He's been dashing for a month. He said he just got platinum. He said he graduated from Southwest, I don't know, Southwest Christian Academy or something like that in Little Rock. So anyway, shout out to that guy. Good luck, dude. He went ahead and I told him about my channels. I said pull up YouTube, and he hit subscribe immediately, so I appreciate that. Every little bit helps to get us to where we want to go, and that kind of stuff, so much appreciated. But yeah, we're gonna get out here, and something in dealing with him, I see this is like a lot of people carry their pizza bags in the restaurant, and then they don't end up putting their pizza in there because there's no real room on your counter or anything like that to start packing stuff in a pizza bag. So I just recommend is like set those pizza bags, either like what he didn't have was a back door. He had a 2-door car. So for me, if I was him, I would put those pizza bags in the passenger seat and the opening facing the door. And I would go pop that door open, slide those pizza bags in there, and then you're good to go. And I don't know if it's like on mine, this one I had to take a picture of the pizza bags. The one before I had to verify on the phone app. So it's half a dozen, 6 of the other one deal where you're getting those things, how you have to confirm your pickup. But anyway, just a little heads up for new people. I was talking to somebody the other day. Truthfully, it was a guy inside Papa John's. He was like, yeah, we have people come in here with all torn up bags and all that stuff. So I just give them a new bag, because DoorDash will typically send so many bags every few weeks to places like Papa John's or some other restaurants. And that's why when you see on Papa John's, it says if you don't have a bag, ask them for a bag, because DoorDash sends them pizza bags. So anyway, pick up you a pizza bag inside a Papa John's or someplace like that, and I would try to get 2 of them, if just because if you get 2 orders, or like Like, I had 5 or 6 pizzas one time, and they won't all. I can get about 4, maybe 5 pizzas. Not 5 largest, but I had to have some like pyramid scheme going on in there, where you stack the biggest on the bottom and smaller towards the top, to be able to squeeze them all in. But yeah, I can pretty sure to get 4 pizzas in a pizza bag, and maybe 5. But and if you're getting double stacked orders, then you don't want to mix and match those things into a 1 pizza bag, because you're sure to screw yourself up with that. But anyway, the thing that I like about it is, and what the guy told me was, like, he just sees people coming in with all ratty bags and this, that, and another. And a lot of times it's because you're handling the bags so much that they just get tore up. And I'm like, yeah, mine all look brand new because they never leave the car. And I just slide pizzas in them and slide them out and then go on about my business. But that way they don't get all torn up. Yeah, so I don't know. It works out for me. So, and I know, I'm going to tell you this, that one time I did carry the bag up to the people's house, and then you're left with trying to hold the pizza bag with one hand and slide the pizzas out of a bag with the other hand. And I'm like, it's not an easy thing to do. And to me, that's just going to lead to you dropping someone's pizza. So I would rather just leave that pizza bag in the car, and you can slide that thing easy when it's sitting in the car, and then carry pizzas with both hands up to their door and try not to spill a pizza. So I think that would be the better case scenario of making sure that we don't do that. I don't know if I missed an exit, missed a turn, or if this was a turn all along. It still says 6 minutes away, and I have never turned down this road. So this is what's kicking. This is just the dumbest thing. I don't know what this stupid GPS is having me do, but this is why I don't like DoorDash's GPS, because it will give you the dumbest directions. So I could have just went up another block and turned down there and gone straight to where I wanted to go. Now this is taking me all the way down this way. I have to get on another road that comes back up this way before I can go that way. I don't know, it's just, DoorDash needs to upgrade the GPS. Because, I mean, this is the road I would have turned on. Now I got to drive all the way down here, but I'm way down past the road I need to turn on. So, yeah, it's not bright. And the crazy thing is, it's to go into the same area as the last delivery, but the last delivery took me that way. Why didn't this delivery take me that way? Don't know. Not know. So 3 more minutes. I know it's not the same. It's not the same name anyway as my last order, but it's a similar path. Very similar path. don't know if I don't know. It feels like, I mean, it was supposed to be cooler today, but it feels hot. I'm burning up. I went out and got a few extra steps earlier today with the dog. Oh, I'm up over 5,300 now, so I'm over halfway to get my steps done. Which just means I don't have to do them later tonight. And I did hear or read somewhere on my phone, I think, that there's a good chance of thunderstorms today, but I haven't seen anything. Nothing's happening as far as that goes. But maybe it'll start thunderstorming somewhere along the way, but it could be blowing up everywhere but here. Alright, so I don't know where we're at. Is this that same? No, it's not at the same dude I've delivered to several times over this way. Well, I don't know. This looks like a different road that I've maybe never been on. These people are like, are you following me? It says to turn up a different road, but this is just a driveway that's really steep. And there's two houses up here, so I don't know which one to take it to. Let's see what it says. And now I can't get out of the freaking GPS. I hate this thing. DoorDash, fix your app. It did this to me the other day. I gotta restart the phone. And I'm parked up on this hill, pointed backwards. Alright, I'm gonna get this taken care of and we'll catch you on the other side. Alright, so that was the house. I didn't know I was gonna need four-wheel drive out here. Alright, so we are at 17:26 after an hour and 15 minutes. We're still shooting for $50. $50 on a three and a half hours is a little bit less than 20 bucks an hour, which is okay. But ultimately, we want to get as much as we can. So it seems like it's going a little bit too slow today. And the tippers are not out yet on the first two orders anyway. So, yeah, it happens. And I've only got 2 orders, so. And then we're so far out, it's ridiculous that we're out this far. And now I gotta drive all the way back. So I'm gonna try not to run this stop sign. I'm gonna catch up with you guys when we get back into the delivery area. So see you in a minute. Alright guys, I just pulled up to Pizza Hut. I got a little $5.75 order here, so we're gonna run in and grab it. We'll catch you on the other side. Alright guys, we got everything loaded up in the car. Hey, I don't know if there's an exit down there. I do not see one. Maybe there's one way down there. If not, I will be coming back this way. There's gotta be one. There's way too much driveway to not have an exit. So $5. So that was very weird. It's like, do you ever have deja vu kind of moment? The same kid that was at, and the same woman that was in Papa John's earlier were both inside Pizza Hut there. So it's not weird to run into the same person, but the same two people in a different restaurant. That's kind of odd. Scratch on my face. So I never did get a haircut in the last 2 weeks that I was supposed to. I really need to break down and get one this weekend. So maybe tomorrow afternoon after I dash. Oh, traffic is getting backed up on a Friday night. I'm not sure where I have to go here. I have to go down to Alcoa. I think I'll just hop on the freeway and then hop off rather than sitting in line up there. I bet it's backed up, merging in, maybe, merging onto Alcoa. Don't know what's going on with this car because it should be getting 30 miles to the gallon, but it's only getting 20. I had it up to 25 the other day, but every time I turn around, and then I didn't reset it after filling up that tank of gas. I guess I could reset it right now because I haven't been that many miles. $48,581. So probably be another week or two and I will hit 150,000 miles on this thing. Oh. It is bright, it is hot. thinking it's taking me to some apartments over here. So we're just making all the loops. I always hate that, going around a sharp curve like that and you lean forward to look out the side and the seat belt cinches you in. So I'm gonna go in the back way here to these apartments because I know that yeah, I don't like the other entrance. I always miss it. Whew. All right, I'm gonna go find this apartment and get this delivered, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're up to 2301. It is hot up in here. 2301 after an hour and 44 minutes. Wow. It's not looking that good. Not looking that good. All right, so that is 3 out of 5 orders accepted. This one was $5.75. It was $5.75 DoorDash pay with a $0 tip. So at least they, at least DoorDash paid me $5.75. So I would say DoorDash did really good in that regard that time, because normally $5.75, you won't get that for like 5 miles or so, whatever. I don't know, it was 5 or 6 miles that I had. Maybe it was 7.2, but I knew I was a little ways away from the place as well. I was probably 2 miles away from the Pizza Hut when I accepted the order. So yeah, anyway, so sometimes you get tips, sometimes you don't, but that time DoorDash had my back. Normally they do not. Alright, so continue dashing. So I'm over here in the Alcoa area. I don't know what they call this district, but it's basically what I call it when I'm dashing is Chili's, McAllister's. There's a Chinese Asian place over here, a hibachi sushi place. And there's a Moe's Southwest Grill, Buffalo Wild Wings, and a Whataburger. But it's rare that I get orders for these places, really. They're not very consistent DoorDash kind of places for whatever reason. Not consistent. So this weekend we are working our way through the Mission Impossible series. I, for one, my son and I watched one episode, the very first one, like a year or two ago. And then I started watching them again with my girlfriend because she loves them. And she wanted to go see the new one when it came out at the movie theater, but we never made it through the third episode. And so we just started watching them again last night. So we'll see what happens. So this last woman just reacted to an image, I guess, saying that I either delivered, I don't know which image she reacted to, but she didn't add another tip in, which... So... I don't know why. Sorry, I was just reading the news article and I answered the news article while I'm DoorDashing. So yeah, went by all those restaurants, didn't get any offers. So we passed another Subway, we passed Tacos for Life, a Jimmy John's, a Dairy Queen, a Taco Bell, a Sonic, and no orders. Well, there's also a McDonald's, a Taco something else, Taco Bueno, and a Zaxby's. No orders. Come on, DoorDash. I promise I'll never say a bad word about your GPS again. Coming up on US Pizza. I'm in the slow lane. Just trying to do a slow drive-by and see if they'll give me an order. There's a Larry's Pizza up here. Who doesn't want Larry's Pizza on a Friday night? Man. Getting anything from Larry's Pizza. There's a Wingstop up here. Oh, there's an India Cafe. I haven't had an India Cafe order in a long time. Or the other Indian restaurant, which is just over there as well. There's a Whole Hog. There's Casa Mexicana. There's a, I can't remember the Shark's Fish. Marco's Pizza. I'm not getting anything. So, oh, there we go. It's $4.75 for Sharks. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but we'll accept it. Not exactly what I wanted here, but we'll accept it. Maybe I can get it double up for another restaurant while we're here.
Turn right. Drive set.
Alright, we're going to pull up, find a parking place, and catch back with you on the other side. Alright guys, we are back. Quick shout out to the lady that works in Sharks for offering me a drink. That was very nice of them, so much appreciated. The Sharks, I don't know what it's called. Sharks Fish, and I can't see the whole sign here, so Sharks Fish and Chicken in Bryant. So much appreciated to those guys for offering me a drink. It is mega hot out here right now. I don't know, it's not supposed to be near as hot today, but it is humid. Maybe it's just because I'm getting old. I can't handle the freaking heat like I used to. We got a 4-mile delivery that says it's going to take 8 minutes, so and I'm drinking a free Mellow Yellow, of which I would never purchase on my own, but it's not that bad. The machine was messed up a little bit because it was kind of spurting some stuff out there, but I don't know if it was the syrup or the carbonation, but either way, it's alright. Not as good as Mountain Dew, that's for sure. Somewhere, I think this thing is probably jacking me up again. I don't know, it is on this side. So I sent him a message saying thanks for the free food, and then I said, just kidding, I'm on my way. And and this, obviously it's a young person, because they don't know how to spell boy. It says B-O-I, and I'm not sure exactly what that means or whatever, but anyway, maybe someone could fill me in on the comments down below. But it was like rolling on the floor, boy, I hate to chase you down about some sharks. So that is pretty funny. Now I can't spell. Too funny. I'm not sure where this is. Well, I do know that this, I think anyway, I think I just I moved the last videos off this phone that I record with, and it was episode 69 and episode 70, and we just created episode 57 in Premiere Pro today, so I'm a couple of weeks behind on doing these videos. trying to get a long video out every day. I don't know what time I set today's to premiere, so I'm not real sure. It may have premiered already. So yeah, whenever you're watching today's video, oh crap. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there, but today's video is probably going to come out in about 2 weeks. So I don't know if, because I'm getting about 6 videos a week. And there's 7 days a week, so I don't know that I'll ever get caught up unless I do 2 a days. So we'll see. But like, yeah, I did 2 videos on Monday, 2 videos on Wednesday, doing 1 video today, 1 video tomorrow. Normally I try to do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or I might flip-flop between Thursday and Friday. Just depends on what we got going on. And then maybe a Saturday or Sunday, just depends on if we aren't doing anything and just kind of sitting around, then, you know, I might run out and grab a few dollars. But I try not to do that too much. I really like not having stuff going on the weekends, other than non-work stuff anyway. There may be some blacker clouds popping up here. Some late afternoon heat showers. That's definitely what they would be. House. I've been up in this little neighborhood a time or two, but it's usually that house right over there. Alright, I'm going to drop this food off and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're up to 27.76, 2 hours and 11 minutes. That was only $4.75. It was $2.25 delivery with a $2.50 tip. So could have been better, but it wasn't going to be worse. That's for sure. I would have declined it. Alright, where to next? So I think we're going to head over to Benton and go up and down the freeway here just to see if anything calls our name, anybody rings our bell or whatever. And yeah, just see what happens. We're not having that good of luck with orders. Oh, and I forget that we're not going the full distance tonight either, so I gotta remember to shut her down at 7-ish. 7 o'clock. So I got about another 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, probably not an hour and a half. Definitely not an hour and a half. What I could really use to get me to the $50 mark, and it's gonna be tough sledding to hit $50 tonight. But two $12 orders would do it. I'm at 27.76. I need about 23 bucks. I don't understand why gas is going up. I feel like the production of oil has gone up, and therefore the price of gas should go down. What I'd like to see in the United States is more production facilities put in, because they have been hampered for a long time, and they ought to be able to build whatever the heck they want now. Come on, people, get over here in the fast lane. Ugh. So they ought to be able to build some more refineries. I know in years past that they've had refineries shut down because of either fire or floods and stuff like that, but they ought to be able to put some more refineries in. And I don't, for the life of me, know why they aren't building more nuclear power plants. We should be building nuclear, no doubt in my mind. Alright, no orders from Chepe's, no orders from the Mighty Crab. Maybe there's a reason. Thursday night is a whole lot better than Friday night so far. Last Thursday, I was rocking along. I think I ended up with 120 last Thursday. There, I just got a Chepe's right as I go. I'm past them, and now there ain't no way to get there. Now I gotta figure out how to get there. I think this back road and go in behind the movie theater. So I think this was like $7.75 for like 7 miles or something. Not the best dollar per mile ratio, but at least it's got a delivery going. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. Kind of the way I gotta look at it, because I just need some orders. Chippy's is so backed up. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get this order out in a decent time frame or not. And I don't see any parking places in here. Oh look, there's one right over here. Parking on the side. Interestingly enough, there's no one sitting outside on the patio. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys. Way back on the other side of Benton. On the south side of town. So 5 miles, 13 minutes, and here we go. All right, so just one brief chat about finances tonight. So I used to be a financial advisor back in the day. I can tell you that when I hear the term, or I even hear myself say that, I used to work for both Edward Jones and Raymond James. Started at Edward Jones in 2000, I think it was. Maybe 2000, maybe it was 2001. Yeah, 2001. And then moved over to Raymond James. But I don't know how long I did it. Maybe until, so 2001 to 2007. And I'm just going to tell you, it was hard and not worth it. Because it got me in a lot of debt that I couldn't get out of, so much debt that I couldn't pay my bills, I couldn't save for retirement, I couldn't do anything. So it was just either one, I can't sell to anything, so I can't sell water to a dude in the desert kind of thing. But it was also a bad time to be in the markets. It was one of my more fulfilling jobs, because I really liked doing it and helping people, at least with what I thought I was doing, helping people, making sure they could secure their money and do the right things. But I can tell you this, that job was just a sales job. Edward Jones hired people right off, not necessarily right off the street. They did some homework, but it was mainly a lot of referrals. They did chase after people, as far as if you already had if they didn't chase over independents, because independents make so much more money than what Edward Jones can offer. But if you worked at a bank and you had a good client list at a bank, or even if you worked at a bank and weren't licensed or had a brokerage firm already at a bank, where the bank doesn't pay you anything, well, guess what? Edward Jones doesn't pay you anything, but you get the appearance of being an entrepreneur at Edward Jones, but you weren't really, because they stayed on you like they just stayed on top of you all the freaking time. I just like, you're going to these workshops, they're having you do practice phone calls, doing like when we were new, we had to go and do these phone banks in hotel, like they would rent a meeting room in a hotel, and everybody would be in there making phone calls to clients trying to sell them some crap. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is not what I signed up for. And they prance their people around that are making crap loads of money, telling you, this is all you gotta do, this is all you gotta do. So you fall for that crap and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be that one day. No, never was. I moved over to an independent with Raymond James, and I was able to keep a lot more of the money that I was making. It's just I still couldn't make enough to do what I needed. So I went and got a real job. So yeah, and now years and years later, I'm working DoorDash. Not that DoorDash is bad, but all along, I mean, if I could have got into that job much younger and when I didn't need all the money that I needed, but yeah, it was just kind of a bad deal all the way around. I enjoyed it. I really like doing it. But anyway, so all that to be said is I do have a little bit of background in it, but I don't necessarily recommend going to a financial advisor, especially if you're someone without a lot of means. But that doesn't mean you can't do something. So my little encouragement is do something. Even if and I don't care how old you are, start something. I probably started in my 40s with 401k, and now I'm in mid 50s, and I have a little bit in 401k, not enough, but you know, I'm also looking at retiring in a different lifestyle to where I don't have to work, but I live in places that don't cost that much either. Now I don't know how that's going to float, but maybe, fingers crossed it does. And that I can live off of some of my retirement money, that I can make it to the time that I turn 62-ish and turn the spigot on for the lowest amount of Social Security, to give me a little bump in pay there. And then just to be able to go places and see new places, see not necessarily do things other than do things in a minimalist way, to where one, I don't have a lot of expenses other than like living expenses, like the place where I live and how did I get there, and food, right? So if I do that, and I hear about people still today saying, yeah, you can live in Southeast Asia for $2,500 a month. Well, I have enough savings to where I could generate $2,500 a month off of my savings. I think I do probably now, but I'm not real sure. $2,500 a month is pretty low end in some of those areas though. So I'm going to be trying to get up to $3,500 a month, $4,000 a month over the next 3 to 4 years. And then over the next 3 to 4 years, my son will be out of high school into college or whatever he's going to do. He's thinking he's going to college right now. So fingers crossed he does, and he does something smart, like maybe engineering or something like that. I'd hate for him to be a computer programmer, but if that's what he wants to do, you know, I don't have any issue with it, but I just would hate that for him, because that to me seems like a miserable existence, just because I know so many people that were computer programmers, and I tried to be a computer programmer for a little while there in my 20s, and I was like, I can't do this crap. I don't have the, like, I feel like I'm smart, but I'm not computer programmer kind of smart. But anyway, back to finances. $25 a week. That's all I ask. Open up an account with someone like Robinhood where they don't charge you to put in, they don't charge you to buy anything. And I would look at something like SPY, SPY, or I can't remember the symbol for the Vanguard S&P 500, but it's another one that's just like SPY. I put in $100 a week into SPY, and I'm doing it through a Roth IRA right now. I would encourage you just to get used to putting back $25 a week for your future. $25 a week, and if you're 18, right? So by the time you're 58, which will be 40 years, that $25 a week in something like an S&P 500, which is averaged over 11% for the last 40 years, that if it only gets 8%, you would have over $1 million, like $1.1 million by the time you're 58. Well, guess what? That's 2 years from now for me. No one told me to do anything like that, you know? And I just want to be the one, I'm going to tell you, do it. If you're a DoorDasher, figure out how much money you need to make every week, make that amount, and then work 2 extra hours. Whatever you make in that last 2 hours, you dump into that Roth IRA. A Roth IRA can be funded for up to $7,000 a year. So $25 a week is only $1,300 a year. So find a way, right? And if you can put away more than $25 a week, or you run into some extra cash and you're like, you know what, I got this tax return that's like $2,000, and take $1,000 of it and put it in your future, and take the rest and spend it on yourself, right? But if you did stuff like that, then you're gonna hit that $1 million much faster than you would than if you didn't. Or you'll have just that much more money at the time of your retirement. So either way, you're gonna come out a whole lot better. But if you get into the mindset where you just you plug in money every week, then it becomes just part of you, you know? It's like, oh yeah, it's not an extra burden because you get used to it. You've assimilated your expenditures every week, every month to include this extra $100, $125, and you just don't miss it because it's part of what you do. You know, just like if you set up a gym membership or some other Hulu or Netflix or some other subscription, then it comes out and you don't miss it. Alright, I'm gonna drop this food off and we'll be right back. Alright guys, 2 hours 36 minutes, 5 out of 7 orders. That one was $7.25, which was $4.75 for DoorDash and $2.50 for the tip. I am up to $35.01, and I gotta squeeze in here. I gotta figure out how to get out of this place. And it's hot out there though. So yeah, I just want to try to encourage as many people as I can to put money back so they're not in a position like me. They're having to go out there and DoorDash when they get older. They're having to do things like take jobs at Walmart or something like that. And if I would just have, I'm not gonna go working at Walmart, not unless some drastic stuff happens, but still, and those things could happen. But yeah, I want to encourage people to do these kinds of things. Look at a Roth IRA, so that you can put money back in that, and the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA is you get to write that money that you put into a Roth, or not a Roth, but a traditional IRA or a 401k. An IRA, a regular IRA, you get to write it off your taxes. So basically, if your income shows like you know, $50,000 and you put in $7,000 into your IRA, then you get to only have taxable income of $43,000 because you've written off that $7,000. And if you're over 50, you get to put in an extra $1,000. So I'm up to $8,000 a year that I can put in. Now a Roth IRA is money that you've already paid taxes on that you don't, and it grows tax-free. So going back to the regular IRA is you've paid taxes on that. No, you haven't paid any taxes on it. So what they do is they let you put it in there and let it grow tax-free, and not tax-free, sorry, they let it grow and do tax deferred. So meaning that when you pull it out later in life, that you pay taxes on it at that time. So the idea is that, well, when you're older and you don't have an income, that you have you might be in a smaller tax bracket. Well, what I found is that most likely you're in a small tax bracket right now. So I just recommend doing the Roth because it just, to me, makes the most amount of sense that if you can put in after-tax dollars and it grows tax-free. So so just take these two scenarios that if you grow, let's say you put in, I'm just making these numbers up, but let's just say that you put in 10,000 and it grows to 50,000 in either account. When the tax deferred account, you had $40,000 in earnings, but you never paid taxes on the first 10,000 either. So you got to pay taxes on the whole $40,000 or on the whole $50,000 that the whole thing is worth now. Whereas in tax-free with a Roth, you put in $10,000 and it grows to $50,000. That's $40,000 in earnings. Well, you paid taxes on the 10, but you get $40,000 in tax-free, and you don't have to pay taxes on it at all. So let's say you're in a 10% tax bracket. Well, if you paid 10% of $10,000, well, that's $1,000. But now you're in a 10% tax bracket in the regular IRA, and you've deferred the payment of that $10,000 to somewhere when you're in a lower tax bracket. So maybe you're in a 15% tax bracket or whatever, and then you're lowered to a 10%, but you're paying taxes on the full amount, right? So let's say in this weird scenario that you're in a 15% tax, or maybe 20%, let's just say 20% to make it odd, right? 20%, so on a 20% tax bracket, and you don't have to pay any taxes on it on a traditional, so that just means you don't have to pay any taxes on it until you take it out. And when you take it out, you're in a 10% tax bracket, okay? So it grew from 10,000 to 50,000, and now you got to pay taxes at a lower rate, 10%. So now everything that comes out, you're paying 10% tax on it. So that could be 50 times 20% is, and I can't do the math, but it's like $10,000. So you have to pay a whole 10,000, not a 10,000, because you're only paying 10%. So you have to pay $5,000 in taxes on the. Is that right? Yes, $5,000 in taxes. Now, on the $10,000 that you put into a Roth IRA, you got to pay 20% of the $10,000, and then all the growth grows tax-free. And if your 10,000 grows to 50,000 in a tax-free, right? Well, you only had to pay taxes on the money when you put it in there, and you were at a 20% tax bracket. So 20% of 10,000 is only $2,000. Okay? So $2,000, and it grew to 50, and you're withdrawing everything after that, at tax free, so therefore you only pay $2,000, even though you paid the taxes up front. So, which is cheaper? The Roth IRA is going to make you a lot more money in the long run. And now, what some people say is like, hey, I got $10,000, okay? And you can put $10,000 in, or you're going to pay taxes on it and then put what's left over in there. So if you say you got $10,000, well, if you got to pay taxes on the $10,000, well, then you got to pay $2,000, and you're only investing $8,000. So you might miss out on that extra $2,000 being in your account, and it might not grow to the $50,000 that the other one might have grown to. So it's kind of, one of those kind of deals. But not having any tax burden at all on a Roth IRA seems like the way to go. So some negatives with either type of retirement account is that you have to wait till you're 59 and a half before you start withdrawing the funds. Now, there is a way to take money out beforehand, and I don't know exactly, I can't remember what it is. What in the world? Walgreens and Yum Yum for $9.25, but I don't have that freaking card. I don't have the red card, so I can't accept this order. I can't accept either one. It looks like they're both going to the same customer. So, I don't know why or how, but I don't have the freaking red card. And it slipped away. That wasn't a bad order. I just don't have the red card, so therefore I can't go shopping. So that is frustrating to me because I shouldn't be getting those freaking orders. Manage the red card. I'm just gonna have to somehow turn this freaking card off. I don't know how. Yes, I lost it or expired. I'm just gonna say I don't have a red card. Digital card not active. Add to Google Wallet to activate a digital card. Physical card expired. Activate a physical card. Request a physical card. Nope. Not gonna do either one of those. And that shop and deliver was turned on. It just turned off. I don't know. Cash on delivery, pizza delivery. So I got all that stuff turned on. And it just gave it to me again. Why? I do not have a freaking red card. I got 2 declines for the same order. That just frustrates the crap out of me. According to that, it shot me down to 79% on my 78% on my AR. Sitting at $35. So at this point, I feel like I just should have stayed at home tonight, because $35 in 3 hours is garbage. And I'm driving through a big red patch on my phone, whatever that means, a hot spot. And I get the same order twice, and it lowers my AR twice. I just think that's crap. DoorDash fixed this crap. I got shopping turned off. I shouldn't be getting red cards offers to start with. Here's my last order, $11.50, 2 Little Caesars. And it's the Little Caesars that I have to make a U-turn to get to, because I don't know how to get there. I guess I might have to turn down this side street and see where I can come out at. That or just have to turn around in here and make a U-turn. Four minutes to Little Caesars. Here's hoping. I don't know where this GPS is taking me, but I don't know that I want to go that way. I'm not gonna go that way. Four minutes to Little Caesars. Here's hoping they don't take 30 minutes to get it out of the oven. Alright guys, I'm pulling up here. We will be right back. Alright guys, Little Caesars, we got it loaded up. Says hand it to the customer. I'm sending them a message. Boom, 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 meme. Send the meme. I can't remember their name. What was their name? Barbie. Nice. So we will definitely send them the SpongeBob SquarePants meme. Okay, I don't know if they're seeing the memes. They have not commented on the first one. This has a 8-mile delivery. And way out there. So yeah. Alright. I'm gonna move this thing over to my glass with a little bit of ice in it. Alright. And here we go. My mic and receiver still seem to be on, so that's good. We are right at 3 hours. This delivery will be my last delivery, which should be put me up over like $45-ish. We can be there at 7:30. I don't know if I can be there at 7:30. Man, that sun is bright right there. I can't see anything. It's 12 minutes and it's 7:03, so we're gonna go eat at a Mexican restaurant. Perfect. Okay. Now back to DoorDash. And sunglasses. Oh, alright. Yeah, $45. Alright. I think they're just, I don't know what are they saying? Come on. Yes. I couldn't think of the name of it earlier. We're eating at Mi Ranchito tonight. Alright, so 11 more minutes, 7 more miles. Any other kind of DoorDash issues or something that I can talk about? Obviously, I wish this was I wish it was a live stream. I wonder, I'm gonna go check, because that dude I met earlier followed me. Oh, look at that. I'm up to 37 followers now. And my episode number 56 has 1 view, and I know it wasn't me. So, that kid I met earlier followed me. And so I'm up to 37. And yeah, that's kind of nice. I still need 13 more before I can do live streaming, and I still don't know how I'm going to do live stream from the car, because I can't DoorDash and live stream from the same phone. I do know that much, or at least I don't know how I could. Now there might be, and this is what I don't know, if possibly I could set up a hotspot on my phone and do that. I don't know, but it might. I don't know. I had to see you about that. I don't know that I have a hotspot capabilities, or I didn't buy that plan to do the hotspot stuff. but possibly that might be how that would work, is doing the hotspot. So the phone that I have to record with, it is basically a dead phone. Then there's not a SIM card in it, and I just use it for the phone, or for the camera, and record. Now, I don't know, maybe. And it might be just, well, yeah. I was thinking about doing the DoorDash from that phone with a hotspot, but then you got to take it out and go inside restaurants, and if you get out a distance from your phone, then you're not going to be on the internet to accept the orders or say you picked it up or do all that stuff. So I'm more than likely still going to be using my primary phone to do DoorDash. Now, I don't know if there's other avenues to go down, but doing a live stream would make things a whole lot easier from my perspective. Now, it would cut down on possibly the quality of the video, possibly. Just because the video would no longer have a clip in it that was let me think about how to say that. If I did live stream, it would no longer, I wouldn't be able to put like the same things that I put in it today in the video, that I take into Premiere Pro and add a go in and add a little title at the beginning, a little splash for the subscribe and like and all that stuff, and those screens that have the, hey, be sure to check out the stuff down below, right? So none of that stuff would show up on the screen. At least I don't think it would be. Now, my kid uses OBS, which you could do all that stuff, but I don't think I want a live stream via a laptop in my car. I don't think I want to do that anyway. Crap. Oh. Alright, so we're still 3 miles away. I thought we would be there not be there, but I don't know, it may be way on out here. Yeah. Oh, this is one of those other neighborhoods on out past the normal tube. All right. Here is a little tidbit, is that this month I have eaten out way too much, and I'm going out tonight. I'm even wondering if I made enough DoorDash to cover out all the food that I bought this month, which, you know, well, maybe includes the groceries, but it's cutting it close. If I get 4 paychecks from DoorDash at $300 each, that's $1,200. I'm getting awful close to $1,200 in food costs this month. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So probably, I don't know, fingers crossed, I don't do any more food the rest of the month. Oh my goodness, the sun is bright. These trees are coming up. I'll be in the shade for a second or two. Yeah, I had to come all the way out here the other day. if I keep eating out like this, I'm gonna have to step up my DoorDash to more nights or something. Sheesh. Yeah, I think this is probably, I don't know. I came out, oh yeah, there's this huge neighborhood out here. It's like with 5-acre estates or something like that. With some big old houses. It just kind of blows you away. And I say this in every video where I deliver to neighborhoods like this. It's like, how do they afford it? What do they do? What do you do to be able to afford houses like this? I'm not even sure why it brings me this way. It's kind of frustrating because I think they could have brought me a different way and I would have been there. That is a really cool house over there. Oh, and they got some deer out in their yard right there. So I'm thinking this road here goes right out to the freeway there. I don't know why it just doesn't take me down the access road to come to that road and then out to this way. Getting there. We are getting there. But I don't know where this big neighborhood is, but maybe I was thinking of something else. It must have been, because this is looking like smaller houses. Smaller houses, trailers. Maybe. What in the world? Did I miss it? I don't know if this thing's taking me back around the loop or what. Must have missed it or something. Yeah, because I was 1 minute away. Now I'm 2 minutes away. Oh, there's a bunch of deer. They're all over out here. I guess it's feeding time. Alright, now I'm back to this road I was just on, finally, and now I'll see if I cannot miss the turn this time. I don't know if this is a driveway or an actual road that I'm turning on. It must be a driveway of some sort. Oh yeah, it's a... I don't know what it says. It's an old gravel road here. God's Glory Trail. There's a different kind of street name. We're off on a gravel road out here, stirring up dust. I don't know what to do, cause I'm just gonna... The road splits. I have no idea what to do. We're just gonna... And now... I don't know. I'm gonna call... Well... I don't know, dude. I just don't know. I'm gonna keep going down this road. And it does not go that way. I'm gonna have to call this dude. I'll be right back. Alright guys, that was $11.50. $6.50 DoorDash pay with a $5 tip put us at $41. And we're gonna inch our way out of here, because this is one of the worst roads I've been on in this car. Anyway, and it says we don't have internet connection. Imagine that. So I am about to shut this thing down, but I can't even do the normal stuff that I would do. But it says 3 hours and 25 minutes. And I have I've accepted 6 out of 10 offers tonight. 2 of which that I declined are probably the same one. And 46.51 for 3 hours and 25 minutes. So not the best Friday nights. So we'll come back and do it again tomorrow for lunch and see if we can't make up some of this difference. And it could have, you know, it could have been all right. By the time, if I would have worked a full shift on Friday nights, it might have got better. So, you know, you just can't never tell. So we did everything we could do to get our orders in there, and there it's looking again. So I'm gonna hit continue, back online. We're gonna jump over here and say, oh, there's the end now, and see what it says in here. Just bear with me. Doesn't really say anything. Earnings this week, $254.41. We're done. I'm gonna jump over to ratings, see what they look like before we get off of here. And our ratings are 78% acceptance rate. So we dropped down to 78. I'm getting some tire spin trying to get up this gravel road hill here. 100% completion rate, 79% on time. So I lost a percentage on my on-time deliveries somehow, some way. Let me see if it tells me which one I dropped the ball on. Little Caesars was late. This one. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? So yeah. Anyway, let's see if I missed any others tonight. Oh, there we go. So it looks like everything else was good tonight. So yeah, that's frustrating that this one order is the one that was late. All because, well, one, I did miss a turn, which added an extra minute or so, but sheesh, it's way out here. Anyway, still got 5.0. I'm up to 171 in the last 30 days, and the total lifetime doesn't update until maybe overnight. So anyway, so if you've made it this far, I just want to say I appreciate you watching this video, and be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, leave some comments down below. Anything and everything helps with that, with the quote-unquote algorithm of YouTube has. Watching videos to the very end helps. Even if you just let it play and don't actually watch it. I sometimes, just some of my favorite people, I'll let it play on my computer and let them play. So if you happen to have a free computer and you're not doing anything with it, go to one of my playlists and hit play all on it, and that would benefit me. I know that much. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, so yeah, good night. We could do better. We'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll hit the 300 by tomorrow, and we'll make up for the shortfalls we had tonight. So appreciate you guys sticking in there, and we'll catch you another time. Bye.